The JDF no do not more than sit down upon them ass up a UA exercise and look gal and spend out Jamaica's hard-earned tax dollars. Okay, them non-deploy no. Hi guys, so in today's video we're actually going to be talking about Major Antony Anderson, and Major Antony Anderson is the new police commissioner for Jamaica. When Major Antony Anderson she came in, he was highly praised. He was said to be the answer to all of Jamaica's crime and violence. And making a lot of noise, Makai is sitting right here with mommy while I do this video. And for everybody that has been asking about him, here he is. He's getting so big, so big. Say hi, Kai Kai. Say hi. But yeah, mom gotta work. She gotta do what she gotta do. This article says Police Commissioner Major General Antony Anderson is convinced that the often repeated call for a merger between the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defense Force should be put to rest and never resurrected. Anderson told the Gleaner's Editors Forum last week that the fundamental differences involving the training, role, and function and organization structures of the two entities are enough reasons for the argument to end. Put it this way, if it was up to me to resurrect that argument, it's dead, said Anderson in response to a question on whether the idea of a merger has merit. It is like oil and water. Policing is about the process and about carrying through a number of processes and largely leaving the outcome to the court. It's an entirely different type of modus operandi for the JDF, said Anderson, who headed the army before retiring. Anderson argued that the military takes charge when all structures are broken. If the police get overly concerned with the outcome, then you can make a case and do certain things and try to fix something and add to what there is and take matters into your own hands, added Anderson, emphasizing that the merger of the army and police force should be contemplated. Police Commissioner Major Antony Anderson said that the design and purpose of a police force is far different from the army. You had 100,000 persons die in Haiti in 2010 earthquake. There were no phones, nothing. There is chaos. You send the military in there because you want an outcome, and an outcome you want is to rescue people, restore order, and so the military does that. They have everything with them so that they can deploy. They are designed to operate in groups. The police are designed to operate as individuals. Obviously, none of these things that I'm saying are absolute, as there is a parting of policing that looks at an outcome and parts of the military that obviously have to look at processes. And we work together, we kind of blend and come to a middle ground. But in our strict disciplines, at the margins, we are different. The commissioner, who also used the forum to reject calls for a soldier to be given police powers, argued that the focus must be on increasing the viability and trust of the force. He reasoned that the JCF needs to strengthen its capacity and capability in dealing with policing matters. According to Anderson, it is important for the police to get accountability going and address a number of internal issues, which would go a far way to bringing trust to the organization. For more than a decade, spikes in Jamaica's murder rate, particularly killings involving women, children, and elderly, have sparked calls for the merger of the well-trusted JDF and the less respected JCF. So, Major Antony Anderson is saying that we need to dead the talks about merging the JCF and the JDF, and I cold-heartedly have to disagree. Why? Because in your own statement you said you send the military there because you want an outcome you want to rescue people, restore order. The amount of chaos that is occurring in Jamaica as far as murderers go, I think that it's more than favorable or more than acceptable to actually think about, contemplate about merging the JCF and the JDF. Why? Because the JDF no do not more than sit down upon them ass up a UA exercise and look gal and spend out Jamaica's hard-earned tax dollars. Okay? Them non deploy nowhere. When have the JDF ever deployed in Jamaica? Please tell me, Mr. Major Antony Anderson, where them are deployed? Where? Not away. Them sit down up at you, they waste out taxpayers' money. That's what they're doing. So if you're going to take taxpayer hard-earned money and not do anything, it's more than acceptable to contemplate merging the JCF and JDF, because the JDF have a lot more respect in the Jamaican community. The JDF has a lot more tactical training in their organization, and I feel like the JCF as an organization can learn some things from the JDF and the way that they handle or tackle certain issues. And because of how respected the JDF is in Jamaica, maybe some of that will rub off on the JCF, and the whole organization will do better as far as them having a better relationship with Jamaica citizens and the people that reside in Jamaica. Like the JCF definitely can use some help. And if the JCF and JDF do merge forces, then that is only going to strengthen the amount of eyes you have looking at and the amount of hands and feet you have looking at certain murders. Them said two hands better than one. So if they merge together, they could get a lot more cases done. They could lock up a lot more people and solve a lot of these murders that go unsolved. So many times is murder go unsolved, not because we don't have the capacity to do it, is because we can only extend these police officers so much. They can only do so much, and as you say, most police officers work as individuals. So if they can work as a group and merge the JCF and JDF together, don't you think that they would get more stuff done? Don't you think that lesser crimes will be committed in Jamaica? And if that's one of the major issues that you want to tackle, why wouldn't you give it a time of day and actually look at it at a different standpoint? You're looking at it at a standpoint because I used to be a JDF officer and they do different things, and I don't want to tarnish the JDF name, and we just bigger and better, and we are just the boss. We're not in our own class, and I don't think that they should merge together because police act as individuals and blah 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 blah. Look at the outcome. Don't look at what you think. Look at what the outcome would be if they join forces. Everything, the pros of merger in the JCF and JDF, and also there would be cons, because I feel like to a certain extent the JCF and their lackadaisical abilities and just their distrust and the foolishness that they do would also rub off on the JDF to a certain extent, but a lot more positive things would rub off on the JCF than the JDF. I feel like the JDF is more militant, more consistent, and they hold them to a higher standard, and I feel like if they merge, they would also hold the JCF to a higher standard. So look at everything the JCF and Jamaica as a country has to gain, and not just what you think. But comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about Major Antony Anderson. Do you think he's doing a great job? Do you think that he's actually tackling the murders that has been going on in Jamaica? Because the zone of special operations that they have been doing in different and certain areas is not working. Up to other day, they murdered to somebody at St. James. Like, it can only work temporarily. It's not a permanent solution. So comment in the comment section and tell me if you think that the JCF and the JDF is a good merger. Do you think that it's a good idea? Do you think that he should not just dismiss the idea because him feel like the JDF began bad and they're better than the JCF and all these other things? Do you think that the JDF should actually be getting paid and they're not deploying anywhere? They're not doing anything more than sitting up a you upon them ass. But comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to your girl here on YouTube. I'm a party here, man. Deuces.